It's happening. The big shift has begun. I think a lot of people, maybe you can recognize there's a shift occurring. I mean, society, some people are going in one direction, some people are going in the other. It's the blue pill, it's the red pill. Some people call it the Great Awakening. There's just a general, I think, spiritual awakening and awakening to society, awakening to the media, all these types of things. And I would say it's kind of been going on for a long time. And I wanted to share 3 things that are finally starting to happen that are a shift in the collective consciousness that are very, very interesting. So my name is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. I'm wishing you an absolutely great day. Go like this, take a deep breath in, go, and take a nice deep breath out so you can hear it, so you can feel it, so you can feel the shift in your nervous system that occurs. And let's dive right into this video. The first is moving from the Newtonian to a more quantum model of reality. And this has been occurring for quite a few years. You're even starting to see it shift a little bit in mainstream publishing companies as well. We're seeing more books about quantum physics. We're seeing more books about neuroplasticity. At the end of the day, the Newtonian model of physics is the one that we've been taught and our society pretty much operates and runs off of, which is that everything is physical. Reality is physical in nature, it moves mechanical, and energy is like an unexplainable side phenomena that is an effect of physical matter. You can chalk it up to the religious world, and the science world deals with the clear-headed world of physical matter. But we know that none of that is true. In fact, let me read you a quick quote from Max Planck. Max Planck said, quote, and before I actually read you this quote, let me tell you, he is considered the father of modern quantum physics. He won a Nobel Prize. And here's what he said when he won his Nobel Prize. Quote, as a man who has devoted his whole life to the most clear-headed science, to the study of matter, I can tell you as a result of my research about atoms this much. There is no matter as such. All matter originates and exists only by virtue of a force which brings the particles of an atom to vibration and holds this most minute solar system of an atom together. We must assume behind this force the existence of a conscious and intelligent mind. This mind is the matrix of all matter. That's what I said at the beginning. We're moving from a Newtonian model to a more quantum model of reality where we understand everything is energy. And since energy is never created or destroyed, all the energy that ever was and ever will be is basically in other dimensions. And it's held in what Max Planck calls the matrix of all matter. And this shift is really important from Newtonian to quantum because in Newtonian, we're a victim to our environment. We don't have any control of it. We're just a physical body. But when we move to the quantum model of reality, it invites spirituality in, it invites spirit in, it invites energy in, it invites higher consciousness in, because you no longer view yourself as just a body, right? And I think that's what's happening. More people are just waking up to their own spirituality. And as this happens, this is the new Renaissance. This is the Great Awakening. And this is a pretty biblical time as history repeats in cycles. And now we're moving from this centralized, materialistic culture of dogma. And we're flipping back to more and more people waking up to not only the quantum model. Now, this will have a huge effect also on health because this invites in neuroplasticity, all the amazing neuroscience and neuro healing books that are coming out by huge neuroscientists and huge universities about how the brain can heal itself, change itself, how that affects our nervous system and our health. And this is going to have a huge, profound shift on how we interact with the world. Number 2 is from centralized power to decentralized freedom. You know, I'm an American, and America was founded because people didn't want to be controlled by, you know, this European monarchy, and they had enough of it, and they left, and they, you know, created their own place where they thought that you would have a decentralized freedom. And as the pendulum has continued to swing, as media and big interests have continued to infiltrate over the many years, we've moved towards more centralized power, from social media algorithms controlling things to the way that funding is received through health and pharmaceutical organizations, to the consolidation and power of not only media, but of small businesses, running small businesses out of everything and building these big globalist enterprises that basically control everything and control the politicians and the economic system as well. We're moving more towards decentralized freedom, right? And that's not just in people's interest in cryptocurrencies or precious metals or alternative internets or decentralized internet platforms, but it's also in the growing distrust of the establishment in general, that the elites in general that control everything from all the major consumer products to the economic and banking system to the social medias and the news. There's a growing general distrust of it that we might call fake news. And as this shift occurs, what happens is it creates more individuality. And that is an exciting time that all of us are starting to step into. Number 3 is from godlessness and materialism to spirituality. The godlessness materialism system really took full effect when Edward Bernays, the nephew of Sigmund Freud, created modern PR. He took Sigmund Freud's discoveries, the father of modern psychology, about how to control the unconscious and manipulate and program the subconscious mind. And I talked about this in many other videos, but he took all of those discoveries and he sold them to big corporations and big governments, and they created modern public relations, PR, marketing, and propaganda to build this system that we have today. He worked with all the biggest companies in the world, from big tobacco, big alcohol, to all types of stuff like that, to create this modern debt-based servitude, credit card, hamster wheel, rat race consumer system that has sucked us off from what the ancients have always known, that everything is spirit, that you are spirit. And it's trapped us into this very Babylon, third dimensional rat race, concrete jungle system that has worked for a while, but the wheels are falling off. Inflation's starting to get out of control. More and more people are waking up. There's more of a growing global distrust, more populist movements, and people are starting to wake up. So we went from this full-flown godlessness, materialism culture that now the wheels are falling off. And this culture is predicated off of idolizing celebrities and spending 8 hours a day in front of the computer or in front of screens. And it's run through a control of the education system. But now you're seeing more people homeschooling. You're seeing more people seeking alternative spirituality instead of going to the mega churches. You're seeing more people maybe pass on a traditional path to find a life that just creates more emotional health, mental well-being. And all of these things are a sign of this awakening as we move from this godlessness, materialism culture where we're sucked into the Newtonian model of physics we talked about at the beginning that sees everything as a physical world, to more and more people waking up to their own inner spirituality, asking big questions like, who am I? Asking big questions like, why am I here? Asking big questions like, what is my purpose? What's my life purpose? What's this all about? And when that starts to happen in mass, that's what we're starting to see. So I think it's happening, right? We are seeing big shifts in our society and our world. And so let me know what you think about these 3 ideas that I shared. Let me know if I missed any. Let me know if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. And if you agree with me, let me know where in the world you're coming from. I think this is a collective awakening that's happening. I'm in the Southwest of the United States. Let me know what city, state, country, continent you're coming from right there down below. And if you feel alone, make sure you scroll all these comments and you see all these other light beings, all these other people waking up from all around the world. So let us know where in the world you're coming from. If you haven't yet, get my free success hypnosis. It's right there down below. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's pinned to the comments as the top comment. and it's also in the description. It's my free success hypnosis to reprogram your subconscious mind, erase old limiting beliefs that have been programmed by society so you can start to create your own reality and turn your subconscious mind into a magnet to help you create what you want in life. It's jakeshypnosis.com right there down below, and it's free. Thanks for watching today's episode. Make sure you hit the like button, give me a comment down below, and make sure you hit the bell notification and subscribe for future videos.